In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how you can improve in Chapter 6. Not only that, but if you can do all these things consistently that I'm going to say throughout the video, I guarantee you're going to be able to make your first earnings if you haven't already. And the first thing on this list on how to improve is going to be your warm-up routine. And before you say that practice maps don't work and that they're useless, I can assure you every pro in this game has a map that they hop in and practice the skills every single day. Personally, I recommend you to try different maps out to see what works for you. There's a ton of maps out there. Me personally, I like using this one that you see on screen. Once you find a map you can practice on, we can now go more in depth on what you need to improve. I want you to ask yourself, what am I lacking? Whether that's your aim, your piece control, what is something that you need to improve? And once you find that, I want you to work on that as soon as you get on. With that being said, if I lack aim, I will definitely hop in a map that has aiming drills and I will practice that for around 10 or 20 minutes on a daily. That way, over the course of months, my improvement is gonna skyrocket, you know? But everybody has different problems, so like I said before, you should definitely look for things that you need to improve on and work towards that every single day. Keep in mind your warm-up routine shouldn't last more than 30 minutes. For tip number 2, we're gonna talk about an important topic that a lot of people forget to talk about in their videos. And most people are gonna tell you that the first thing you need to do is do 1v1s and blah blah blah. But in my opinion, the most important factor for you to improve is to play ranked. And here's why. When you play with people that are on the same level as you or even better, you tend to learn from them. Just think about it like if you play with cliques for a week, imagine how much better would you get. So that's why I recommend you to find a friend group that is either on the same level or even better. That way you can improve from them. And I've seen that happen with me when I have PC friends that are really good at the game and they can, 5-0 me. It keeps me humble enough to know that I can still improve on this game. And another reason why ranked is so good to improve is because you're playing on much higher input delay. And you might be wondering, well, isn't that a bad thing? No, not necessarily. Think about it like this. I play on 60 ping on any central, right, when I'm playing tournaments. And I'm also Consolekbm, so that already makes that like twice the input lag. But what I realized is that with higher ping, you tend to be smarter with your plays. And that's what a lot of Fortnite players like in today's age. They're just not smart, they're a little bit brain dead, and they just jump in boxes, That's why the skill level has gone up, but the smartness has gone down. Like, there's not that many good IGLs that know how to rotate, that makes good decisions. You only see the top players do that. But if you want to become like them, or you just want to become good enough to where you can win most of your games, you're gonna need to play a lot of ranked and stop playing creative, man. Because yes, creative is good to warm up and practice some skills, but overall, if your goal is to actually get better, you're gonna need to play some real games. And if you're like me and you have long queues sometimes and you don't want to wait 5 minutes in lobby before you get in the game, I recommend you to start playing more reload, because it's also a good way to get better because you're able to respawn, you're close, so you're going to be able to fight more people, and overall you're going to see improvement regardless whether you play ranked or Chapter 6. It all depends if you're patient enough to wait for the queues, Now for the third tip, this is gonna be for a little bit more advanced players, and I don't mean like crazy advanced, I mean like when you're starting to get better. I recommend you to run more 1v1s at this point. When you're really good at the game and you can win a lot of ranked games, you can start playing more 1v1s and you're gonna be able to improve in certain areas like free build and actually fighting more players. I mean, like I said before, it all depends on your preference. I'm not saying you have to cut out 1v1s because you're bad. 1v1s can be good, but I want you to start playing more ranked than actually just relying on creative to get better. Creative is only going to get you better up to a certain point, but if you keep playing 24/7, you're going to stay stuck on something called creative warrior. And I'm guessing most of you guys want to be able to go from being really good on creative to even really good on ranked. So with that being said, if you want to be able to achieve this, you're going to need to play 1v1s, have a practice routine, and play lots of ranked. This will make you a top player. The next thing we're going to talk about is literally one of the most, if not the most important thing on this game, and it has to be your FPS and your ping, guys. Right now, I literally just made the switch from console to PC, And one thing I saw, that the more FPS you have, the easier it is to aim. I know for my console players, if you're playing on PS5 and you're playing on 60, I recommend you to get a 120 Hz monitor. I can guarantee you're gonna be able to improve 10 times the level that you are right now. And if you're on console and you're about to switch to PC, bro, just do it, bro. You're gonna be able to improve 10 times more. And if you're on PC and you're like stuck on 144, 165, once you're able to touch more hertz, like 240, 360 even, guys, you're gonna become so good at the game. And my next point is gonna be ping. This is more of 2-in-1 because I feel like FPS and ping go together. So if you have high FPS and low ping, holy guys, you're gonna be crazy. But you can still be good even if you have low FPS but you have low ping, because when I was on 60 or even 120 Hz on PS5 and I was playing 0 ping back when NA East was up, right, I was so much better than what I am before, and I realized it because of my ping. I mean, there's gonna be a level that you're gonna get with certain amount of ping that you cannot go past that. And the only way to improve from there is just to become smarter. So for me, like I said before, since I'm playing 60 ping in tournaments, that means I literally have to play smarter. Like, I cannot go for walls. But back then I was better because I was a better W here, I was a better fighter, and I was more confident in my ping and my abilities to like win fights, you know. And the main thing that got my ping lowered, it was something called Ethernet cable. As like I said in my previous videos, Ethernet cable has probably changed my level in this game tremendously, because I went from having 50 ping to 20. And for my console people, I recommend you to get a Cat 6. It's literally the fastest for console, and honestly it depends on the cable that you get, and it also depends on the speed of your Wi-Fi or internet, whatever you call it. And if you're on PC, I recommend you to get a Cat 7 or a Cat 8. It all depends on your internet speed and on how good your PC is. And for the last tip, I saved the best for last, and it has to do with consistency, guys. Honestly, this goes to anything in life, guys, and whatever you want to do. If your goal is to get better at a sport or even in Fortnite, you have to put in the hours, you have to put in the work. You cannot just play 1 hour a week and just expect crazy results. That's not how it works. So this is one of the only games you have to consistently play hours upon hours. But honestly, if you're like me and you have school and other things to do throughout your day, and you can only play like 1 hour a day or even max 2 hours, then what I recommend you do is to get, 20-minute warm-up, and then the rest of the time you play ranked. And then if you want to play with friends, like the last 20 minutes you can play 1v1s, whatever you want to do. And if you keep doing this over a course of time, you're gonna be able to improve. I guarantee you. I know I've said that word a lot of times, but guys, I've been doing this since like 2020, and every single month that I've tried it, it has just multiplied my skill level. And let me know down below if you guys want me to do a skill progression video of how I started on PS4 up to right now. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if this video helped you in any way. Make sure to comment if you need any help on anything, and I'll be glad to help you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.